The LinkUS program is a public transportation and mobility plan for Central Ohio, created to support the expected growth within and around the city. LinkUS is a collaboration between the City of Columbus, the Central Ohio Transit Authority, and the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission. Many aspects of transportation are incorporated into the LinkUS plan, from larger sidewalks, safer intersections, and improved accessibility for microtransportation like bikes and scooters. The largest component of the project is the proposed transportation system in the form of Bus Rapid Transit, or BRT. Building on the existing CODA bus network, BRT includes dedicated bus lanes, integration with traffic lights to prioritize commuters, off-board ticket purchases, and improved stations. To increase access and the use of the new transit, zoning surrounding stations is set to support mixed-use housing and businesses. 6 corridors are planned for construction to connect Central Ohio neighborhoods to job opportunities and other community amenities, especially for communities that rely heavily on public transportation. Among the plan's guiding vision are 6 project priorities, with equity being the first priority identified. It begged the question, does equity translate to justice? Our definition of justice is centered on 3 components. First, that justice is thick, meaning it has historical roots and is deeply integrated into our systems. This makes them difficult to interrogate and dismantle. Second, an alternative approach to our punitive criminal justice system is called restorative and transformative justice. These philosophies believe that the healing and transformation of individuals and communities comes when the root of harm is addressed rather than just the symptoms. Simply punishing individuals for bad behavior will not lead to transformation. Systems must be in place to support their success. Finally, for urban planning to be deemed just, it must be community-centered. Rather than treating the communities we serve as objects of planning, members must be involved in the process and lead as generators of planning. All of this may have you asking, what role does social justice play in urban planning? The planning profession has caused harm to communities through discriminatory redlining and exclusionary zoning practices. The field is overdue in addressing the injustices caused. Additionally, planning professionals hold power in their positions. Their decisions shape the spaces we live in, can impact communities' access to job opportunities, essential services like groceries and medical care, and can even impact community safety. The right to space is earned by individuals simply through everyday living. Planners need to ensure they are designing and representing the communities they serve.
This idea of representation formed the basis for how we applied our theories of justice. Addressing root causes of inequality requires deliberate and thoughtful engagement with the most disadvantaged groups in the planning process. Particularly, we developed 5 key determinants of processual justice. First, we examined whether historically marginalized people in disinvested neighborhoods had been engaged. Second, we looked at whether engagements with these groups were recorded and easily accessible to the public. Third, we evaluated whether concerns brought up during engagements were summarized and also easily accessible. Fourth, we investigated the extent to which actions were being clearly taken to address the concerns of these groups. And finally, we probed further into what else could be done to make these groups closer partners in project development. Conclusively, we found that LinkUS ostensibly took progressive action toward involving historically marginalized people in underinvested neighborhoods, but the program's lack of specificity and explicit, concrete connections to issues affecting disadvantaged groups makes it difficult to determine whether the program's equity initiatives were performative. In the future, we recommend that initiative leaders create online materials that clearly distinguish what concerns were raised, how they will be addressed, and what the relationship is to systemic justice. By demanding this level of specificity, we can better hold our public officials accountable and increase the likelihood of breaking vicious cycles of social disparity. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.